The drumming in the Red Forest. In a small village on the edge of the Red Forest in southern Nigeria, people never stayed out after sunset. The forest got its name from the color of its soil, deep red like clay mixed with rust. Elders said the ground remembered things, bad things. Every night, just after the moon rose, a drum would begin to beat from deep within the trees. Gaboom, 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 slow, heavy, patient. No one knew who was playing it, and no one who went to look ever returned the same. There was once a boy named Jide. He was 15, brave, and tired of being treated like a child. He wanted to prove he feared nothing. One evening, as the sun melted into the horizon, the drumming began. Gboom, gboom, gboom. The villagers quickly shut their doors. Mothers pulled children inside. Oil lamps were blown out. But Jide stood at the edge of the village, staring into the dark forest. "It's just someone playing tricks," he muttered. His grandmother grabbed his wrist. "That drum does not belong to the living." But Jide gently pulled away. "I'll be back before midnight," he said. And before anyone could stop him, he stepped into the Red Forest. At first, the path was clear. Crickets chirped, the air smelled of earth and leaves. Then the drumming grew louder. Go-boom, go-boom, go-boom. It didn't sound like a festival drum. It wasn't joyful. It sounded like a heartbeat. Slow, enormous. Jide noticed something strange. There were no insects anymore. No birds. No wind. The forest was holding its breath. He continued walking until he saw a faint orange glow ahead. In a small clearing stood a giant drum carved from a tree trunk. Symbols covered its surface, twisting shapes that seemed to move when he looked away. Beside it stood no drummer, yet the drum continued to beat. Boom. The surface of the drum stretched inward as if struck by invisible hands. Jide swallowed. "This is nonsense," he whispered. Then the drumming stopped. The silence felt heavy, and a voice came from behind him. "Why have you answered?" Jide turned slowly. An old woman stood there. Her wrapper was the color of the red soil. Her eyes were pale, not blind, but almost glowing. "I didn't answer anything," Jide said, trying to steady his voice. "You walked when others hid," she replied. "That is answering." She pointed at the drum. "For every 100 years, the forest chooses one who is not afraid." Jide forced a laugh. "Chooses for what?" The old woman smiled. "To remember." The ground beneath him trembled slightly. Suddenly, Jide saw shadows moving between the trees, tall shapes, thin and swaying. They had no faces, but he could feel them watching. The old woman spoke again. "The drum is not played to scare your village. It is played so the forest is not forgotten." "I don't understand," Jide said. "Long ago," she said softly, "your people cut deeper and deeper into this land. They took without speaking to it. The forest asked for balance. They did not listen." The drum gave one powerful beat. Boom! Jide's chest vibrated. "So every century," she continued, "someone must hear the drum. Someone must carry its sound back. Someone must remind the village that the forest lives." The shadows stepped closer. "And if I refuse?" Jide asked. The old woman's smile faded. "Then the drum will not stop." As if in warning, it began again, faster now. Boom, boom, boom. The red soil beneath Jide's feet began to pulse faintly with each beat, like veins under skin. He felt something pressing against his thoughts. Whispers of trees falling, fires burning, roots tearing. The forest wasn't angry, it was awake. Jide dropped to his knees, covering his ears. "Make it stop!" The old woman leaned close. "Will you remember us?" The shadows loomed tall behind her. Jide nodded, trembling. "I will." The drumming stopped instantly. The forest sounds returned. Insects, wind, distant owls. The clearing was empty. No drum, no old woman, no shadows. When Jide stumbled back into the village at dawn, his grandmother ran to him. His hair had turned streaked with white, and when he spoke, his voice carried a strange echo. He told them what the forest had said. After that day, the villagers changed. They cut fewer trees. They poured libations before planting. They spoke to the land before taking from it. And the drumming? It stopped. For many years. But sometimes when the moon is full and the village grows careless again, far inside the red forest, you can hear it. Gboom, waiting.